So, who are the best quarterbacks in fantasy this year? Where do our favorite quarterbacks fit into the list here? And how is it that one guy gets 8 games suspension when another guy gets banned for life for gambling? Well, we're going to see if we can try to find those answers and many more as we get you ready for more preseason action here. We're starting a new series this week. Take a look at fantasy rankings by position. We're taking a look at the quarterbacks. We'll have that come for you right here on Fantasy Football Fever, which starts right now. And hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Fantasy Football Fever. Saturday night here. We actually planned our show for last night, but I was not available because I had kind of a little bit of an emergency issue, but nothing too serious. So just let y'all know I'm okay. I'm good.
Yep.
So nothing too serious. I got my buddy John Natale, our fantasy league commissioner, joining me tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Now, our good friend John Flynn may or may not be on tonight. He's keeping up with the coverage of the attempted assassination on Donald Trump that happened earlier today. I guess as soon as we get done with the show, I'm going to kind of go on some of the websites and find out some more of that stuff. But anyway, he might jump on, he may not, but that's all right. But he does have his latest issue or his latest podcast of Hooked on Sports. It's available right now wherever you get your podcast. He hasn't done one in over a month, so this one was definitely worth it. So y'all be sure and check out Hooked on Sports. And like I said tonight, we're taking a look at some fantasy rankings. We're going to begin with quarterbacks today. We'll take a look at quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, kickers, and defense and special teams. Basically, the basic position. Yeah, the basic series, the basic positions that are effective in fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, we have our friend Daniel watching us. Hey, Daniel. Good seeing you again, buddy. Welcome to the show. Make yourself comfortable. Might be a short show. I don't know, but we'll just see what goes on. So be sure to spread the word. If you like our show, just be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you know when a new episode is waiting for you. We have a countdown. Where's our countdown to our league draft? It's getting closer and closer. We are about.
Yeah, let's find out. Let me log into the app.
Okay, I'd say about a month and a half away.
Yeah, the draft is October. It is so far still August 31st. Let me check let me log into the app here, and then we'll.
I thought it was August 30th.
Oh, that's right. I stand corrected. August 30th. Here we go. Yeah, we're counting down 47 days, 22 hours. There we are.
Oh, yes, it's getting closer, y'all.
Yeah. And yeah, August 1st is the first preseason game. So we're getting actually close to that. We're going to see some real football pretty soon.
The Hall of Fame game, of course. Who's in it this year?
Yeah, that part I don't remember off the top of my head.
Let me see here. Let me look up the ESPN.
Just under 3 weeks.
Yeah, let me look up the ESPN website here. We'll see who's going to be playing in Canton this year. We take a look here at my somewhat handy dandy laptop here. Going back to Hall of Fame game, August 1st. Yes, August 1st. Let me click on that.
Uh-huh.
And interesting. We have the Houston Texans against the Chicago Bears.
Ooh, That should be something.
Yeah, but of course, in those preseason games, you'll probably only see the first teamers
Yeah.
play for
Second.
maybe one or two possessions, maybe, and then they'll send it to the backups because basically preseason is just kind of getting the guys, the backups, and then the rookies and the second teamers, seeing if they make their position to actually make the teams,
Right.
right before they make that first cut.
Yeah,
So
competing for a bench spot, essentially.
exactly. So we're taking a look at that here. Not much news going on this past week or so as far as the NFL. Natalia, you did mention something in our little pre-show meeting. We had Jamal Williams.
Yeah, the Jamal Adams. Yeah, pretty much the last of the big fish in the free agency department. He signed a contract with the Tennessee Titans.
Jamal Williams. Let me see if I can.
Jamal Adams.
Oh, Jamal Adams. Okay. Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams is a running back.
Running back for New Orleans.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can get those guys up in there to see if maybe they can take over the NFC South division, which I think will be kind of struggling this year.
Yeah.
I mean, with Atlanta, I think like I said, I see Atlanta moving up a little bit with Bijan Robinson. I see him with a better season. Tampa Bay probably looking okay. Carolina, there's only one way they can do is up, but how far up they're going to go, we don't know.
Right.
And then the other team, okay, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Atlanta, New Orleans. So we'll just have to see about that. Let me take a look at I'm looking at the wrong thing. I need to go to profootballreference.com. That is a great website. It's kind of like a whole encyclopedia of stuff right here.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. It's a very, very good website. I highly, highly recommend it. And once again, my okay, here we go. Once again, my laptop is kind of running slow a little bit. I think I need to see if I can look up some diagnostic work on this thing. It's getting really slow here. Well, anyway, while I'm looking up Jamal Adams, there's some other news just came in within the last couple of days. Legendary head coach Bill Belichick is now going to be joining the members of the long-running TV show Inside the NFL. I think that show is on Showtime now, isn't it? Because I remember for decades that show was on HBO. Or CW Network, Inside the NFL. So it's actually a CW. Really? Yes, Inside the NFL will be Inside the NFL will be going into its 48th season.
Wow, what a run.
Yeah, one of the longest running shows covering the NFL. I remember back when it was on HBO when I was a kid watching with who was on the one person I remember, the late great Len Dawson. The great quarterback from the Kansas City Chiefs from back in the old days. He was a commentator on that show. So good luck to Coach Belichick with his new endeavor there on that show. Sad news to report this week. Legendary defensive coordinator Monty Kiffin passed away at the age of 84 this past week. He was kind of the architect of the old Tampa 2 defense that kind of helped the Buccaneers win a championship under was it Tony Dungy that was the coach back then when they won the Super Bowl? Was it Dungy or was it Gruden?
In what year?
Let's see here. See if they said anything. They won the Super Bowl in 2002.
I think that was the Bucs. So that would be, I think, John Gruden.
Does that might have been Gruden?
Yeah, that would have been John Gruden.
Yeah.
Wait. Or actually, no, I think John Gruden was with the Raiders, I think. Hold on. Let me look up something.
Yeah, let me look up on the Pro Football Focus or Pro Football Reference. Actually, the exact address is pro-football-reference.com.
I'm kind of second guessing myself here. I feel like it's John Gruden, but I think I'm second guessing myself.
Here.
I'm just gonna type in John Gruden. Let's see what I get here. And go to a quick profile here. Team coached
2022.
Okay, it says he was the offensive assistant coach in 2002.
Offensive assistant.
So maybe it wasn't Gruden then. It might have been the other guy that you said.
Tony
Dungy, you said?
Tony Dungy, I think.
Yeah, let's see. Tony Dungy. Let's see.
They said, yeah, he went to the Tampa Bay scene.
Okay, 2002, he coached the Colts.
Okay. So he spent 25 years in the NFL. He served as coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints, and he served that 1 year with my Dallas Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget. When I first heard that they were gonna. I think it was back when Jason Garrett was the head coach, and they said they're going to hire Monty Kiffin. When I first heard that, I thought the exact same question that Han Solo asked Luke Skywalker about Obi-Wan.
Huh.
The question was, where did you dig up that old fossil?
Yes.
That's yeah, exactly. And they didn't really go anywhere, the Monty. So after that season, he was pretty much gone. But just the same, he helped out like great Bucks players like Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, John Lynch, and Rondé Barber. So we're all mourning the passing of Monty Kiffin. I think now I have to remember where his son Lane is now. Lane, I think Lane's been a coach in the NFL and of course definitely in college football.
Let's see.
For a little while.
Let's do a quick Google search. What did you say his name was? Lane what?
Lane Kiffin.
Lane Kiffin. Let's see what he's doing today. American football, who's the head coach of the Ole Miss Rebels.
Ole Miss.
That's what he's doing today. Let's see. Let's see some. He's been the coach since 2020. Previously, he was with Florida Atlantic from 17 to 19, and then previously Alabama. He's been all over the place.
Florida Atlantic, the Owls.
Yeah.
This is for our buddy Alex Putnam right there.
Yeah, I went there briefly, but not the main campus though.
Right.
Yeah. His career started in 1997. He opened his career as an assistant for Fresno State. Fresno
State Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm. And then he was with USC for quite a while. It's been to a lot of places.
Well, Monty Kiffin, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Thank you for your great service to the NFL and to college football. And just rest easy, buddy.
Yes.
Now we come up to a story which came out a few days ago.
All right.
This was July 8th when I got Flynn's tweet. This is from ESPN's Adam Schefter. The Steelers cornerback Cameron Sutton is suspended without pay for the first 8 games of the 2024 season for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy. He will be eligible for reinstatement in Week 8 following the Steelers' Week 8 game against the New York Giants. Then he'll be reinstated. So a guy gets only 8 games for violating personal conduct policy.
Right.
But earlier this year, we have this one other guy. I can't remember his name, but he actually got a lifetime ban from the league for gambling on games.
Ooh.
Um,
Wait, was this the same time period?
um, I think it was. I think it was. I think it was a story that broke out. It was either earlier this month or late last month. I can't remember about the guy that got the lifetime ban for gambling.
Let me try something. NFL player.
This. Yeah. See what information you could look up here. I'll try to see it with mine, but this is one of the reasons why I don't like Roger Goodell. I mean, versatile conduct policy. I mean, it could be domestic abuse or something like a domestic.
I think I found it. Timmy, you're on mute. You're on mute.
All right.
There it goes.
Sorry, my microphone went dead there.
Yeah, I think I found the name you're possibly looking for. It says here in July, the Colts, Barry and Isaiah Rodgers and Taylor, who was a free agent at the time after having been waived by Detroit roughly a month prior, was suspended indefinitely through at least the conclusion of the 2023 season for betting on NFL games. And in the 2022 season, Rodgers remains suspended. And maybe it was those guys, possibly.
Okay.
That's all I can find. I don't see any. I don't see any lifetime bans here. Player. Hold on. Let me try something. NFL player.
Okay. Well, they say they're suspended indefinitely. I just found a story here on NFL.com. See if we can get some more information on that.
Lifetime ban. Let's see.
I think it just didn't say a lifetime ban. It's an indefinite suspension.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was those guys, and I just mentioned possibly.
Yeah, 4 players have been suspended: Isaiah Rodgers, Rashad Berry from the Indianapolis Colts,
right,
and free agent Demetrius Taylor, and Tennessee Titans player Nicholas Pettit Frary, I think that's how you pronounce his name. He's suspended for the first 6 games of the Titans schedule for betting on non-NFL sports at the club facility. So, but I mean, like I said, personal conduct policy, that sounds more serious,
right?
But getting suspended for gambling, well, it just doesn't quite make sense to me. I mean, I would love it if Flynn was here so I could get his commentary on this, because I think it would be very, very interesting. I don't know.
All right.
It's just one of those crazy things.
Yeah.
So once again, I mean, Roger Goodell, I think he screwed it up again. Does Ray Rice ring a bell to you?
Oh yeah.
The Ray Rice situation. How they handled that. And how he's basically not shown his face in public ever since then. So once again, Roger Goodell drops the ball. 8 games for the violation of the personal conduct policy, but an indefinite suspension for gambling. That doesn't quite make sense. So unfortunately, I have to give this message to Commissioner Roger Goodell.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yep. Definitely.
Right. So that's pretty much the gist of that. And of course, once again, there are more questions than answers in my neck of the woods right here, especially concerning this player here And of course, they're concerning Michael Parsons, his contract, CeeDee Lamb's contract, and Dak Prescott. So, I mean, I'm just on the fence about all this stuff going on here. Are they going to get paid? Are they going to hold out? Will they show up at training camp? Because if I'm not mistaken, the Cowboys training camp starts in about a little more than a week from now.
Oh, yeah. They
Yeah.
gotta get on the move then.
Yeah, I don't know. And what was that thing Jerry said? What was those 2 words that Jerry said? Remember?
Yeah. You're the fan here. You know.
All in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So we're still wondering, what does he mean by all in? I don't know.
Who knows?
I mean, isn't it any wonder that the Cowboys have not won a Super Bowl in 29 years?
Mm-hmm.
It's just absolutely crazy.
Wow.
Well, anyway, I guess that's going to do it for the hot topics this week. Like I said, not much really going on as far as the NFL hot topics here. But what we do have here is we're beginning our series of fantasy rankings, and we're going to be starting with the quarterbacks. Now, Flynn had each of us to make a list of 20 quarterbacks that we feel should be the top 20 in the NFL, and I guess in fantasy as well. So what we are going to do, we will start with Flynn's list right here.
Alrighty.
We'll pop that up on screen right there. And a very, very interesting list here. Let me switch something here a little bit. Switch that and there's his rankings. All right. Right now he's got Josh Allen as the top quarterback right now. Jalen Hurts at number 2. Lamar Jackson number 3. Patrick Mahomes number 4. And CJ Stroud number 5.
Yeah, very solid start here. Basically all these quarterbacks are almost guaranteed to make the playoffs. The only question mark for me is Josh Allen. That was hard for me to put at number 1, but
yeah, that was I couldn't quite put him in there at number 1. I mean, the last couple of years, we've seen him throw interceptions, especially in the opponent's red zone, and of course that was a big concern for everyone in there. So, and you just wonder if the Bills Mafia is just kind of getting tired of him or what. So that's the top 5 there. Looking at 6 through 10, he's got Kyler Murray from the Cardinals. He's got Colts Anthony Richardson. He's got Dak Prescott at number 8, Joe Burrow number 9, and Brock Purdy. That's 6 through 10 there. Any things stick out to you?
Yeah, I can get by that one. For me, I think Kyler Murray is probably more the middle of the road as of right now, because he's just coming off an injury. But hey, if he plays well, he's definitely top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing right there. He's coming off an injury too, but if he plays solid, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I would kind of put Dak Prescott in maybe anywhere between 6 through 10 or 11 through 15. Of course, I've got my list coming up here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Aaron Rodgers at number 11. So we all know he didn't play. He hardly played any last year because got injured after the 4th play of the season. So, but they said he's been working pretty well. Jordan Love at number 12, Justin Herbert at 13, the rookie Caleb Williams at 14, and rookie Jaden Daniels at number 15.
Yeah, I'm fine with putting those guys right in the middle. middle of the pack right now. They haven't played yet, so yeah, we have to see. So I think the middle is the perfect fit. Can't really put them much higher. Can't really put them much lower.
Right. Yeah, they're showing a lot of promise. I've been hearing some good things from their respective mini camps and all that. Of course, their training camp is going to be starting up pretty soon. And rounding out his 20, Matthew Stafford at number 16, followed by Jared Goff with the Lions at 17. Tua Tagovailoa at number 18, Trevor Lawrence at 19, and Kirk Cousins at 20.
Yeah, not too
Now I can
shabby. Yeah,
I
sorry,
can
like,
I,
oh,
can-
sorry,
I
yeah, go
can
ahead.
kind of I can kind of see Trevor Lawrence kind of near the bottom there. He was kind of a little bit roughed up last year, so his numbers were kind of down.
Yeah. But yeah, I would
Kirk
personally put him up
Cousins
a
at
little bit higher.
20, a little bit higher.
Yeah, I personally
Yeah,
would have. I had Lawrence a little bit higher on mine, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because of his injury. When he's healthy, he has had solid numbers.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Once you do mine, you'll see where I have Lawrence ranked. I have him
All right.
significantly higher.
Yeah, and if Kirk Cousins can stay healthy, I mean, he could be all right. But I kind of, but he's getting up there, and I'm kind of thinking that he may somehow go on the injured list, maybe in the middle part of the season, and then will have to put in Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback they drafted after they signed Kirk Cousins to a
Which is
free
still
agent deal.
mind-boggling to this day.
Still
mind-boggling why they drafted him.
Exactly. So that's Flynn's list right there. All right, John, let's take a look at your list that you came up with.
All right, sure thing.
You will take a look at that here. Oh, interesting. Looks like you have Lamar Jackson at number 1.
Yeah, I felt like he's earned it. He's a very versatile quarterback. Yeah, and he rushes in a pinch too. Although he's had several rushing touchdowns throughout his career. Yeah, I mean, he can do it all. He's fast, he's quick, he avoids sacks, he's got the speed. He's got fantastic weapons. He has Mark Andrews. Zay Flowers had a very solid rookie season with him. And yeah, I think they're going to make a dynamic punch once again.
Yeah, they could make. I can see them making an impact. Now, since Flynn had Allen at number 1, you have Josh Allen at number 2.
Yeah, I would have put him at number 1, but all those interceptions he had last season, I had to dock him just a little bit for that.
Yeah, I can understand that. You got Jalen Hurts at number 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing. Very, very solid. That's an easy top 3 right there for me.
Yeah. I really, like I said, I really don't see the Eagles having that kind of season that they had last year when they were rising so high and then they just free fall down into the playoffs and got knocked out in the first round.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't see that happening again to them this year. CJ Stroud, Flynn had him at 5. You have him at 4.
Yeah, pretty much the same spot.
Pretty much same here. You have Mahomes at number 5.
Yeah, a slight regression from the past couple years. It is obviously his first, maybe 2 years ago was his better numbers. A slight regression, but he's still a top 5.
Well, kind of a slight regression since of course last year the Chiefs receiving core led the league in drop passes, so that was not a good thing there. 6 through 10, you have Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, and Trevor Lawrence. Now, Flynn had Lawrence at number 19. You have him at number 10.
Yeah, I'm with, even though he had an injury last season, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. When he's very solid, he puts up pretty good numbers. He had a decent receiving core last time around. He had what's his name? He had Calvin Ridley at the time, and Christian Kirk. And then Evan Ingram. Yeah. 3 solid guys right there.
Pretty solid receiving core right there. Brock Purdy at number 8. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe that Brandon Ayuk did sign a deal. I think, as we mentioned, I think it was on our last show that we found out that he did sign a deal with the Niners.
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't heard about
So,
it, but yeah, but I could believe it.
yeah, but I mean, I could see him staying there. I mean, he's part of a great receiving core there. At 11 through 15, you have Tua Tagovailoa, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, Anthony Richardson, and Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins has had some a little bit of history problems. I got to put him in the middle of the pack. I can't really put him much higher. Anthony Richardson, I think he's got to prove himself a little bit more, but he's very close. Yeah, Dak Prescott, I think is borderline top 10.
Right. I would
Yeah,
agree with that.
yeah, I think I have Rodgers pretty well. He's just coming off an injury, but yeah, when healthy, I mean, he's getting up there in age. He's 39 now, I believe, so he's not getting any younger. So I think right in
Right.
the middle is the perfect fit for him.
And looking at 16 through 20, you got Caleb Williams, the rookie for the Bears. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals, Justin Herbert from the Chargers, Matthew Stafford with the Rams, and I see a name that was not on Flint's list, Geno Smith from the Seahawks at number 20.
Yeah, we have one name that's different. Personally, I try to avoid putting. I don't want to put too many rookies in here. I want the rookies to prove themselves before making the list. I mean,
Right.
Picking Williams was the easy thing because out of all the quarterbacks that were drafted, I think Caleb Williams is the best one. Plus, I think the Bears have the best shot at making the playoffs. Because I don't see the Commanders making the playoffs. I think JJ McCarthy got drafted by the Vikings. I don't see the Vikings making the playoffs. Drake May with the Patriots. I don't see the Patriots making the playoffs. So yeah, I kind of sort of base it off on that.
Okay.
But I almost put Jaden Daniels there. I just couldn't quite do it. If a rookie wants to make the list, I think they have to prove themselves.
Yeah, well, yeah, just see how they do this year and go from there. Now,
and I think Justin Herbert, I think, had a slight regression, so he has to go back a little bit. Yeah, Matthew Stafford, I think same thing, a slight regression. I know Kyler Murray's coming off an injury, but I think he's still a middle of the pack quarterback for now. But if he puts up big numbers like he did a couple years ago, he's easily a top 10 again.
I could. Now, I want to explain my list that we're going to be showing up. I was looking at 5 different websites, looking at their top 20 quarterbacks. I wrote them all, I got them all down.
Right.
And what I did was I put like a point system, like for every quarterback that was at number 1, I gave them 20 points. Number 2 got 19 points. Number 3 had 18 points, and so on down the line.
Interesting.
Calculated all those numbers, did the averages, and after all that, based on 5 different lists, here's mine.
Okay.
I have Josh Allen at number 1.
Yeah, you and Flint had him have a number 1. You two were in agreement there.
Yeah, we're at kind of agreement there. Well, I've got Patrick Mahomes at number 2.
Interesting spot there.
Yeah, despite the fact the receiving core wasn't that good last year.
Yeah.
I got Jalen Hurts at number 3. I got Lamar Jackson
at
number 4. Yeah. I have CJ Stroud at number 5. So CJ Stroud with that awesome year he had last year. I can see, and of course Tank Dell coming back. So I can see that Houston offense being very, very good this year. 6 through 10, I got Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Anthony Richardson, Brock Purdy, and Jordan Love.
Nice.
Richardson kind of in the middle right there. Dak, I got him a little bit higher, basically because the great year Dak Prescott had with 36 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. So I got here. 11 through 15, I've got Kyler Murray, Jaden Daniels, Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert, and Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yeah, I'm kind of seeing what kind of good Jaden Daniels can do for the Commanders, even though, like we both said, we probably don't see the Commanders going to the playoffs.
Right.
The Bears, they're kind of a dark horse candidate for me getting into the playoffs. I think they might be able to. I think I mentioned the Bears when we were doing our 5 in, 5 out show a few months back.
Yep, all of us put the Bears in.
Yeah, we all said the Bears will win. If y'all hadn't seen that show yet, we did a list of 5 teams from last year's playoffs that may not make it this year, and then teams that did make it that could make it this year. Y'all can go back into the search area for the series and look that up. Very interesting show. I think you'll like it. Then to finish up my top 20, I've got Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, and Matthew Stafford. I got Rodgers at number 17 right now. Hopefully he is healthy. Hopefully he's ready to go. So I'm sure he'll definitely change my mind about number 17, because probably if he plays that well, I could probably have it in the top 10 by mid-season.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Trevor Lawrence, he's got great guys, but he's just kind of a little bit shaky last year. Jared Goff lead the Lions to probably one of the best seasons they've had in quite some time.
Yeah, that's why I put him in my top 10. I figured I would reward him for that. Lions haven't gone to the playoffs in a long time, so I had to give Goff some credit.
Yeah. And it seems to me that the Rams are kind of making a slow rise. Ever since they won the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, they just fell flat on their face the year after. But I think I've seen a slow rise from for the Rams with Stafford and Puka Nacua,
right?
And who's their other great receiver they got?
Yeah, and I say Cooper Kupp and Puka. That's the only
Cooper Kupp. Yeah, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. Nacua had a great rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can only see him going up more for this coming year. So
right.
So I guess all of our lists are kind of similar. Yours was the only one that had Geno Smith.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, we had you and Flynn were 20 out of 20 names, and and then I was 19 out of 20.
Yeah, but still, it's a very interesting list there. Oh, you didn't have Jaden Daniels. Okay, well. All right, well, our next show, we're going to be talking about running backs. We'll make our list of best running backs in fantasy right now. Mm-hmm. Natalie, you have a segment that you're thinking about doing, which you talked to me about, and sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah. Today's my trivia question is going to be a preview of what that's going to be about. I mean, I have a new theme on chat. It's going to be called "On This Day in NFL History." I mean, of course, nothing too much is going to go on right now because it's the summer. You don't really see anything happening. There's no games. Usually, right. NFL history, you kind of want to focus on games primarily, but this time I think I'm going to change it up. But I couldn't find anything significant that happened today for July 13th, so we're gonna go to what happened yesterday. We're gonna kind of go back in time a little bit. Pretend it's July 12th. This is the question I would have used last night, but we weren't here. But something significant kind of happened on July 12th.
Significant July 12th. What right, year?
All right, this one is we're going to go way back. We're going to go all the way back to the year of 1930.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
1930.
Well, I was originally going to put this NFL head coach got married, but I thought that was kind of boring. But that was Jimmy Johnson, so I'm like, that one's kind of too easy and boring, but I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
All right. You ready to hear this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And on July 12th, 1930, this team got introduced to the league. However, this franchise only lasted 4 years, but got rebranded and named a new team that still exists today. So I want you to give me either the name of the current team or the old team, whichever you want to try. Think of old franchises, basically. That's where
The
I'll
old
help you there.
franchises. Oh
I'll tell you
yeah.
what. Just give me the current team.
Boy, talk about teams that played way back in the 1930s. I think there was some Packers. I think the Bears were there. Um,
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I
If you
want
if you guess the
maybe
wrong team, I'll give you the
Cardinals.
name of the old team and give you a second chance.
Hmm. So they were called one team, but then they kind of rebranded themselves, and
Yeah, yeah, they
this
rebranded
rebranded team still
yeah,
exists. So
yeah, they rebranded 4 years later on June 30th, 1934. So basically, what team you think
uh,
became a team in 1934, essentially? But if you get this one wrong, I'll give you another guess by giving you the old team.
okay. I don't know if they started back in the 30s or something, but I'd say in 34, I would say, oh, I think I got it.
All right.
I think I got the old team name.
Okay, go ahead.
I think there was a team called the Chicago Cardinals.
Interesting. I think I've heard of that. That is an old team, but that's not the name I was looking for here.
Okay, so that's
I'll
not
tell
the
you
answer
this.
here.
No. But yeah, we'll do a quick research after this and check Chicago Cardinals just to see. But what if here's your second chance now. What if I told you the name of the old team was the Portsmouth Spartans?
The Portsmouth Spartans.
Portsmouth Spartans.
Uh, Now Portsmouth would be somewhere in the New England region, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's not in
So
New England. It's not in New England, I'll tell you that. Boy, let me look at my map here. Let me look at my NFL poster for a second, just to look that over. You said Chicago. Hold on. Well, I'll tell you this. You were actually super close with your first guess. You had the right division when you said Chicago.
oh,
You were
I
very
had
close. So now you got a 1-in-3 shot here. Is it the Lions,
oh
the Packers, or the Vikings? You got a 1-in-3 shot. Remember, think old franchises here.
Yeah.
I mean, two of them are definitely pretty old.
Yeah, Green Bay and Detroit are pretty old.
50-50.
I'm
It
gonna
is one.
go I'm gonna go the Green Bay Packers, the current name.
Oh no! It was the Lions.
Oh, the Detroit Lions, what were they called?
Yep, the Portsmouth Spartans. Here, I'm going to read this
The
fact here.
Portsmouth Spartan was the Detroit.
Yes. July 12th, 1930. Portsmouth Spartans / Detroit Lions franchise forms. The Spartans were officially granted a franchise at this July 12th, 1930 league meeting. The team had its ups and downs in their brief span on the NFL circuit. Twice they were faced with controversy, preventing them from having a chance to claim the championship title of the league. We get more in detail on these stories and more about the Portsmouth franchise in our early pro team series special on the Spartans. On June 30th, 1934, the Portsmouth franchise were sold and moved to Detroit, where they have resided ever since.
So the Portsmouth Spartans is the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. Well, let's check out that Chicago Cardinals thing and see when they were. You said Chicago Cardinals?
Yeah, I think there was a team called the Chicago Cardinals.
Let's see. Chicago
That
Cardinals.
they may have I think that may have been the team that moved to St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Then of
Yeah.
course now they play in Arizona.
Yeah, you were a little too early. On here I'm seeing it says the Chicago Cardinals were from 1898 to 1959.
Oh,
So you were a little early on that one. But
the only other team that I had a guess on, I was going to say the Cleveland Rams.
That's another interesting one.
Yeah, they started in Cleveland, then they went to Los Angeles. Then, of course, they went to St. Louis for a few years, then back to Los Angeles.
Nice. But yeah, I might try this a couple times a month. Maybe 1 month, maybe one time, focus on a trivia question that revolves on this date in history, and then maybe another day, just share the fact.
Yeah, that would sound good.
Maybe once or twice a month.
That sounds all right. Yeah, we're always looking for more interesting stuff here for this show as we get ready for our new season, which starts on August 30th with our draft night. Mm-hmm. And we're just getting closer and closer. So but I guess remember what the coach always says,
Hello, you play to win the game.
Yep. And we're getting closer and closer. Draft training camps for the league starts a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Getting close. August 1st, a Hall of Fame game with the Texans and the Bears. That's going to be a very interesting matchup.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I guess this was kind of a short show tonight, but very interesting list that we made out for our quarterbacks. On our next show, we're going to be talking running backs. So y'all stay tuned to that. And y'all be sure to listen to Hooked on Sports. Flynn just put his most recent one out a couple of days ago. So y'all check it out. It's got some NBA, MLB, and NFL news to discuss with you. Of course, the Summer Olympics is going to be starting up here in about a week or so.
Yeah, like 10 days, I think. 10 days, maybe 11.
10 or 11 days away from the Olympics. So, yeah, this is going to be a very hot summer for sports. Yeah, it's hot outside, but the sports is hotter. And we're getting close to our football season starting up. So I'm kind of getting excited about that. So hopefully we gave y'all a little cheat sheet on maybe drafting quarterbacks. So like I said, next show we're going to be taking care of running backs. So we'll make our list and we'll compare those.
If everything goes according to plan, the 19th, I think we're reconvening, right? If everything goes according to plan.
Yeah, if everything works right, we'll be here this coming Friday on the 19th. Talk running backs. So so Flynn will be with us next week. Be sure to listen to Hooked on Sports. Natalie will be with us next week. And of course, I'll be with y'all next week. So I guess we'll go ahead and put a bow on this episode of Fantasy Football Fever. For John Flynn, for John Natalie, my name's Tim McClellan. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. See you back here on Friday. Thanks for joining us, everybody. God bless you. And always be a good sport. See ya.